Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
For those of you that don't know us, my name's Shaun Ryan.
I am Becks Edwards.
And together, and we've got Stu, by the way, who does all the technical things. But together, we are going to bring you over the next 2 hours some amazing deals with YouGarden TV. Now, I know we've got all of our regulars watching, but we have got some very special guests watching today, haven't we?
We have indeed. Welcome to all the craft store viewers. It's wonderful to have your company. We've got lots and lots of garden goodies for you and lots of garden advice if you need it.
I was just thinking, we were talking earlier, I run a garden club and lots of the gardeners there are crafters as well. Quite often the two do overlap.
I think it does.
We're all creative people, aren't we? And some of you will remember me from Create and Craft when I worked there as well, and Ida Weldon. You may not know Becks, but Becks was also, you worked on Craft, didn't you?
Yeah,
behind
I did.
The scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes. When Craft actually split from Ida Weldon, it became two businesses. I was there right from the start, so I wasn't on camera, but I was definitely big behind the scenes.
You really were.
I was.
But this is a really interactive show. So first of all, if you've got any comments and questions, then you can email us and send in pictures, comments, ygtv@yougarden.com. But you can also chat with us.
Yeah.
Yes, and you can chat with us on YouTube and on Facebook as well. Bex is in charge of the chat. She doesn't trust me with the technology. I have to do it when Bex isn't here, but Bex is in charge of the chat, but we want to hear from you. And there are some very, very important things that you do need to know today. So first of all, you will see an offer code on the screen. Today's offer code, and this changes weekly, is YGTV 1125. So whether you're shopping on the phone lines or on the website, I'm just nudging Bex out of the way.
Sorry, I was just edging out of shot then. Could you see?
I quite like seeing it, very professional, I quite like seeing half of Bex. But you can, if you use the offer code, it will save you a fortune. It will give you free postage on everything on the live show. That is amazing. So everything you see, you will get free postage if you use that offer code. We'll show you where to place it, but it's YGTV 1125. Also, there are exclusive deals for those of you watching right now on the live. So lots of different promotions. You might get a buy one, get one free. You might get a deal if you put 2 in your basket. But the main thing is massive savings. Gardening for everyone, so whatever type of garden you've got, we've got plants for you. We've even got summer bedding as well, some beautiful summer bedding. We've got some rare plants as well. And if you're thinking, well, I want to shop ahead, all you need to do is go to yougarden.com, look for the TV sign there, live now, there we are. That's Bex and I, and all you need to do is scroll down, here we go, and you'll see everything on the show. Now, all of the items are free shipping, but you have to use that offer code. That is very, very important. But you can see there we've got hardy fuchsia, we've got petunias, we have got some stunning Cape daisies, the osteospermum. We have got some beautiful perennials, and we have brought back one of our very, very special offers for today as well. But, there's one very important thing that we'd love you to do before you place a single order. Now, Create and Craft viewers, and those of you that have watched any of the crafting channels for years, quite often they'll have club memberships, and you'll see 2 prices on the screen. It's the same for us. I think that yellow price looks nice, Bex.
Yeah, this is the one we want, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely, the lower price. And this is the price that you can get by joining our club. It costs just £10 to join. It's on auto-renewal that you can cancel at any point, but it's £10 for 12 months. And what you then get is a whole host of goodies. But first thing is 15% off all of your orders.
Not 10.
Yeah, not 10.
No.
It used to be 10, but we've improved it. You now get 15% discount off everything that you see in the potting shed. And that's on top of the discounts that we've already put on there. But we haven't stopped there. There's all of these wonderful things that you can get as well.
And we will tell you more later, but a quick overview, you'll get £20 in product vouchers. And they're brilliant. It's almost like getting £20 worth of cash back. You'll get some free P&P vouchers. Now, you always get free P&P on the lives, but if you're ordering off the website, you get 2 free P&P vouchers. They're worth £7 each almost, and exclusive offers as well. So we would love you to join the club. We've got a special offer today. The auto-renewal is normally £20 for 12 months, but if you become a club member today, it's only £10. And you can very importantly, you can join the club and save on your very first order today. And actually, just to give you a little bit of background, if you remember me when I worked on Create and Craft, I know I looked a lot younger then, and I didn't have the beard.
Didn't we all?
And I had less grey. But I was part of Create and Craft and Ideal World, as some of you remember. But I always presented the garden shows on a Sunday, and it was always You Garden that supplied the plants.
It was indeed. Important. Yeah, so a lot of you might, if you watched any of those shows, you might know. And yes, the compost is here. I believe there's a few people asking about that. So our amazing premium professional compost, it is still delivered direct to your door, obviously free of charge from us here in the potting sheds. And we use this for so many different things. Potting up, top dressing plants, repotting houseplants. I did my yucca the other day, repotted my houseplants.
Oh, well done.
It's amazing compost for the majority of the plants that you're going to put in your garden. I always say about 97% of what you're planting in your garden is going to live the absolute best life because of the, you know, the special ingredients and the specific makeup of this compost. It's the best.
Yeah. So we also have on the show, by the way, if you looked at that clip of film and thought, oh, I like those pots, we also have our heavy-duty pots. These are legendary. They've got amazing 5-star reviews. They're great for growing all sorts of, great for weeding, tidying up, and they're only $19.99, postage included. So any questions, or if you just want to say hi, if you just want to say, Shaun, you've aged really well.
Like a fine wine.
Or you've just aged. No, I'm only joking. And if you want to say hello to Becks as well, because Becks did work on Craft for many, many years.
20 years I was there for.
Behind the scenes, so she does know a lot of you. Right, we're going to start, though, with a really special offer that our head gardener here, Peter McDermott, who you will have seen on the TV as well. I mean, he's not on there that often, is it? You know,
no, he's a busy boy now.
He's very busy. I mean, he still is the head gardener here at You Garden. But he's put together this amazing selection for you, and it's incredible in terms of price. We're going to give you the details because you get 3 stunning plants that are all the most magnificent reds and oranges, aren't they?
When we looked at this collection, we were all a bit like, that is amazing. It's the red collection, of course. So you've got tones of red in all of the different plants. Should we go through each of them individually?
Yeah,
let's start off with the Nandina. This is one of the most popular items that we bring from You Garden because it's what Peter would call a workhorse. You know, it performs every single day of the year. It never drops its leaves. It's a stunningly beautiful colour, and it changes actually with the differing weathers. So when it's colder, you get all these beautiful golds and reds and umbers and ochres and burgundies, but then during the summer months it greens up and you get lovely golden yellow tones and lime greens and darker greens as well. It's ridiculously hardy, -20, but also it can cope with the hot weather as well, and it stays nice and compact. So if you're a container gardener, this is perfect. I've got mine in a pot, but it would be perfect in your borders as well.
Yeah. So it will only grow to about 50 by 50 centimetres. It does have little white flowers in summer, followed by berries that turn a lovely waxy red as well. But all soil types, all positions, it's the easiest plant to grow, it really is. But that's only one of 3. So that's the Nandina Firepower. Then we're going to take you to this beautiful Photinia. A lot of people know this as Red Robin, but this is a small Red Robin.
It is. So we love Photinia because of that beautiful bright red growth that you get, and the new growth comes through. And we like it as a privacy hedging. It gets really big. You know, the one I've got is, I have to get right to the top of the ladders. It's probably 2.5 metres tall. But this isn't that, okay? This is the little Red Robin. So this at full height, somewhere between 1 metre, 1.5 metres is what this is going to get to. You still get those lovely, and they're fragrant, those clusters of white flowers. Really gorgeously fragrant. So you still get those, you still get all that lovely red growth, but it is just that bit more compact.
But again, very easy to look after and grow. You know, all 3 plants are actually really low maintenance, just like we have Becks. And then finally...
Very true, very true.
Stu's like, really? And then the last plant in the head gardener's red collection is a stunning grass known as red biome grass. Now, we'll be honest, at this time of year, it's still quite dormant. It does die down on a cold winter, and it has been particularly cold. But in the next sort of, I would say, 4-6 weeks, you are going to get lots of new growth, and it comes through green, but then it starts to turn this magnificent red. And I think it's a very bold, striking grass.
I think it's one of the most beautiful of the ornamental grasses that you can get, because that bright red colour, you can see why it's been called, it's called blood grass, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because it is a bright red. A sunny spot would be the best place for it, because that's how you get the most vibrant colour, but it can actually cope in a lot of different positions. And of course, it's low maintenance. Grasses do tend to be a very low maintenance plant, but actually all three of these I would class as low maintenance. In fact, Nandina is pretty much no maintenance.
Now, if you do the maths, it works out at £9.99 per plant with free delivery as well, which is incredible. If you are a club member, if you join the club, £25.47 for all three, which is incredible. But you only get these prices and these savings and the free postage by using that offer code, and we'll show you where it goes in a second. It's dead easy. I know a lot of all our regulars know pretty much where that offer code goes. But if you went on the Ugan website and you bought the Nandina just by itself, it's £14.97, which is actually still really good.
That's a really good price, absolutely. And these are all in 2-litre pots. Please bear that in mind. These are really well established plants already in 2-litre pots.
But you are saving an extra third off the price by going for the Head Gardener's Red collection. When we laid these out just in our potting shed. By the way, if you don't know where we are, we're broadcasting live from the nursery. And this is our big potting shed that we love. It's our second home, isn't it?
I adore this potting shed. I wish I had this potting shed at home, actually. I wish I had a garden big enough to fit this in. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
This is bigger than some people's studio flats. It really is. But don't forget, if you want to save money, you need to use that offer code. Go to the website, click on Live Now, and then scroll down. There it is. Now, I know it's saying $39.97. Do not panic. Add it to your basket. And then all you need to do is scroll down. It says, do you have an offer code? Yes, we do. YGTV 1125. Apply the code. And then suddenly, at the moment, it's it's about £46, isn't it? But suddenly it goes down to £29.97 with free delivery. But don't forget, £25.47 if you're a club member. So do join the club today. It's a brilliant club, and we'll tell you more about it a little bit later on. And a very good morning, by the way, to all of our regulars that have been watching YGTV since we started August 2023. Yeah.
It's 2 years this year,
wow.
So we're looking forward to that little anniversary.
And it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey. It really, really has. Yeah. And thank you to all of our regulars, but also all the newbies that are watching today, including, of course, our friends on the craft store. But what is so lovely, we get to see all the plants in the nursery, and we both adore gardening. And when we walked around a few days ago, we saw the Hellebore double Ellens, and we just had to have them on the show because they are stunning. And you get 6 of these for $23.79 for club members, $27.99 if you're not. 6 beautiful, beautiful plants, really well established. I think a lot of you may know Hellebores, great winter flying plants, but these are doubles and they're stunning, and I tell you what, Bex, they've got better roots than you.
So those are incredibly healthy. Shush now, Shaun, shush.
You've got great hair.
I'm going grey, I'm letting it happen, it's fine.
You look great, you really do.
Yeah, those are rooty beauties, aren't they? They are really strong, really healthy, and I do love the double Ellen variety of Hellebores because Shaun's showing you, look at the double flowers you're getting on here. They're petalicious, there's layers, there's ruffles, and when you look inside that Hellebore, there is some real beauty, isn't there? And you're getting that mixture of colours included. I really like Hellebores because they come out so early. They're one of the earliest flowering. You know, your snowdrops come out, your Hellebores aren't far behind, are they? So in some of the dullest, coldest, most miserable weather, these are what's going to put a smile on your face. They're ridiculously hardy, coping with, minus 20 temperatures really happily.
And they love, they're very happy in a shady spot. I've got mine under a big eucalyptus tree, and I'll show you a picture later, but they absolutely love it there. Again, the value, because these are doubles, and the doubles are a lot more sought after than the single Hellebores. They tend to be, if these are a bit more established, you can pay £20–30 for a double hellebore, the double Ellen. But these are in 9cm pots. They're already nice and mature, and they will arrive in buds and flowers, and they are stunning.
They are. I mean, huge saving on that
breathtaking.
as well in our spring sale. I mean, nearly £32 taken off the price there.
Yeah.
And those are just going to perform for you every single year. Form little clumps. You can divide those and spread them around your garden. I think, hellebores are one of the earliest flowering. And valuable for that.
Imagine if you'd have had these in your garden, say last week. I mean, it was a lovely sunny week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've got these in my garden, just near my greenhouse, and they gave me so much joy last week when I was out in the sunshine, just seeing those beautiful, big double flowers. Amazing. And great for those early pollinators as well. So all 6 of those in 9cm pots, £23.79 is the club price, £27.99 if you're not. And remember, anything on the live stream, you will get free delivery. So that means you can order these now, and then a little bit later on, if you see something else, you can order again. I know sometimes we used to do a promotion where you spent £40 and you got free delivery, but that meant that you had to really wait and put together a big order. But you can dip in and out anytime, just place an order. If you see something later, just place another order, but you will get free delivery. Right, who's in the chat, Bex?
Well, let's go over to the compost, shall we? Because we're
Okay.
going to talk about that one next, but there's lots of people in the YouTube chat. Neil is there. Good morning to you. He's going to be doing his regular dipping in and out on a Thursday. Got to keep those presses running, absolutely. So good morning to you,
for those
Neil.
who don't know, Neil's one of the regulars, but he's a printer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Elaine's in.
Hello, Elaine.
Werner
Morning.
is here. Jay is in. Everybody's saying good morning. Grimmy, hello to you. Ruth, good morning as well. Julia, you're there. East Tropical Gardens are in. Olwyn as well. Good morning to you. And
morning, Olwyn.
Alistair, thank you for your comments in here. If you're watching on YouTube, by all means, jump into the chat, say good morning, ask any questions. But also, there's an email address on the bottom of the screen there. It's ygtv@yougarden.com. Ali G has already messaged. Good morning to you,
Morning.
Alison. She's sent some pictures in, so we will get to have a look at those. And Neil has sent a picture of his potted up poppies, following your advice.
Great, Neil.
And thank you, Neil. I was intrigued by your little garden book, and he sent a couple of pictures of those. So if you want to send any emails to us with those pictures of your garden, how it's looking, what you've been doing, we do get the chance to show these throughout the lives that we do. So we'd love to see your gardens. We're a bit nosy. We like to see what's happening.
Oh, we do. We love to.
Success stories,
borrow
failures,
ideas.
all of those.
But and a big hello to those of you that are watching us on the craft store as well. And so often, crafters love their gardening as well, and vice versa.
Yeah, definitely.
My mum was a crafter for many years. Sadly, she can't really craft now because of her eyes and her hands and her dexterity, but she still gardens.
Still gets out in the garden. That's the important bit.
But she used to grow lots of flowers and paint them. So anyway, if you'd like to be part of the community, do send in your emails and do chat on Facebook and YouTube as well. But in all the years that we've worked for You Garden, and I've worked with them in some capacities for over 20 years now, this has always been the bestseller, hasn't it?
Always. And bearing in mind...
And the best reviewed.
Bearing in mind that we do dispatch hundreds of thousands of packages every single year, this being the most popular is quite amazing. Good morning, by the way, to Penny and David, who are watching on YouTube as well. Stu's, on Facebook, apologies. Stu's keeping an eye on that little feed for us, so good morning to you watching on there. Yes, it is the bestseller and the highest rated, and the reason for that, quite simply, is... it works. I mean, there's lots of reasons why we'll go into that, but it makes the biggest difference.
I think that's a good enough reason.
Yeah, I mean, it works. So it's packed with amazing ingredients. So first of all, you can see this lovely texture that it's got to it. So I can pick it up and I can pack it down and I can make a little ball out of it. But then with the slightest pressure, look at the texture here. Now that is really important, and it's made up with about 50% composted wood fibre, incredibly well composted, that gives it that loose, fine, open texture. Now, the reason that's important is roots can get in, they can grow, they've got access to oxygen, they can reach for their nutrients, reach for their water, and that is so important to creating that really strong root structure. Stronger roots, stronger, healthier plants, bigger, better flowers, all of those things.
Now, you've also got different types of peat in here. We have reduced the quantities to match environmental needs, but you've got light peat, you've got dark peat, you've got renewable peat, such as sphagnum moss peat. We don't use coir in our compost. Coir can be good in terms of its texture, but it's actually actually very low in nutrition.
Yeah, really
It
low.
needs a lot of extra help. It can also dry out quite quickly, and sometimes it dries out too many times. It's quite difficult to rehydrate. But so you have got different types of peat, but reduced levels. We basically put the minimum amount in to give you maximum results.
So there's lots of green balls that you'll see throughout this compost. When you get it, then you're going through it, there'll be loads and loads of little green balls within there. And what that is a slow release fertiliser. Those little balls just break down. There you go, you can see a few there.
Yeah,
they just break down and release that feed into the compost. So your plants can reach for that feed and grab hold of it. It's your insurance policy. Every year I start the year saying, I'm going to get better at feeding my plants. I'm going to do it regularly. And I always forget. I always do.
I think it's quite often the last job on the list, isn't it? You do your weeding, you do your watering, and then you get a glass of wine out, and that's it. Or your tea and coffee. You've also got in here a wetting agent. I love this because I make up a lot of hanging baskets. I look after the village pub garden they're looking at right now, and I have lots of containers there as well. And the trouble is, if anything dries out, whether it's a hanging basket, a pot, or container, sometimes when you water using a regular compost, all of the water just spills over the side. Have you ever had that? You've made a hanging basket, it's dried out, you water it, and it just won't reabsorb the water. You've got a wetting agent here, and that just basically means that the water sticks straight onto the compost and it rehydrates very, very quickly.
And finally, it's pH balanced, so it's just in the right place of the acid alkalinity scale for the majority of the plants to live in really, really happily. The exceptions to the rule would be things like your blueberries and azaleas and rhododendrons that want the ericaceous compost, which we have available. But 97% of everything you plant in your garden, this is going to love it. And also, if you're a houseplant lover, they love this compost
and it's
as
a good time to re-put your houseplants,
It is,
actually.
yeah. I'm working around doing them all.
So, remember, you get 100 litres. Now, this is where being a discount club member is really important, because every single time you order compost from us, you save £3.75. Every single time. Your club membership is £10, and you get all your vouchers as well. So if you do want to join the club, do it now, get your compost, but it is our bestseller. The reviews are amazing, they really are. 101.25. Now, I know we've mentioned our club, and I know we're already getting lots of orders coming through, but I would love everybody to be a club member before they place an order. Becks would love all of you to be a club member.
We've saved a lot of money by being club members.
We have. I mean, hundreds of pounds.
And we want you to save that money as well.
So stay with us, but these are just some of the benefits. Then I'm going to show you some summer bedding. If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the U Garden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the U Garden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member, and that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the U Garden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the U Garden Discount Club. So it's such a brilliant club, and for £10 a year on auto renewal, and you could cancel at the end of the 12 months, of course you can, but just to pay £10 to get all of those amazing benefits, it just makes sense, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, yeah, especially if you shop a lot for gardening things.
Yeah. Just think of that clip film though, the lighting did make your hair look dark, Beck.
I told you, I'm letting the grey come in. I'm growing old
I think you
gracefully.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
You do. I love it.
It's much better, isn't it? Much better.
It is. You look great.
Good morning to Tina.
Oh, yes. Hello, Tina.
Tina's watching us via the Craft Store on the YouTube page there. So she says she loves being in the garden and she's going to spread the word. Thank you so much.
Tina.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
And Tina, that's why we were keen to join the Craft Store, because we know so many crafters also love the garden.
Absolutely.
Of course,
We are here twice a week, by the way, so Thursday mornings and also Sunday mornings. So this week, 10 till 12. Today, 10 till 12 on Sunday. And anybody that is watching right now, I'd love to encourage you to come back on Sunday, because actually, we're not just going to repeat the same products. We've got a whole other lineup for you. We might do some that have been popular, but we've got a whole other lineup. So there'll be brand new things to bring in on Sunday.
But Tina, thank you for spreading the word for us to all of your fellow crafters.
Thank you.
And I know I said it earlier, but I used to present on Create and Craft in the early days, and Bex actually worked behind the scenes on Create and Craft for 20 years, didn't you?
I did, a long time.
So yeah, and then Stu also, you don't get to see Stu very often, but Stu's on all the technical things, he also works on craft. So it's very... it's territory that really brings back so many lovely memories.
Yeah, lovely memories. I had some great times on craft.
Yeah, I used to love going to the live shows as well.
Yeah, they were great.
They were, weren't they?
We went over to America and did those as well.
Yeah.
Did you go to that?
Yeah, I did with Ideal World.
Ah, right, yeah.
But it's great. So thank you to all of those watching on the Craft Store right now. Right, now this we've called this our favourites table.
Yes.
We don't know this is going to be the favourites table, but we've got a very good feeling because we've got some stunning summer bedding for you right now, and some perennials as well.
Yeah.
Should we start here then?
Let's start off with the hardy fuchsia. So this is not your summer bedding, okay? We do fuchsias as a summer bedding, so an annual, it dies off after the first year, and then you buy it all again next year. This is the hardy variety of fuchsia collection that we've got for you. 6 different varieties, so 2 of each of all of these beautiful fuchsias here. They come to you as plug plants in our miniature greenhouses. They just need a little bit of growing on before you plant them out, but then once you've planted them out, these are hardy. They're going to come back for you year after year.
And just very quickly, all of our packaging is 100% recyclable. We've perfected our packaging over 20 years. Everything is labelled, so you can see there's a letter. So you've got shrimp cocktail, you've got beacon, and if you look at the mini greenhouse, there you go. So GHIJKL, and that corresponds with those hardy fuchsias there. Now, they will need some growing on. I personally would use our premium professional compost. I would put them in 9 centimetre pots, and I would give them, even though they're winter hardy, I would give them a bit of protection.
I would, just while they're baby plants, but then once you've planted them out, you're fine. You can leave these out. They're fully winter hardy. And I just think fuchsias are elegant, they're beautiful, the range of colour is amazing. Pollinators absolutely adore them. They give an explosion of colour, and they're really easy to look after. Feeding and deadheading is important with fuchsias. They're hungry plants, so do make sure that you're feeding. We've got an amazing feed called Blooming Fast. You may know this already, but that's brilliant to feed these with. And then deadheading just to keep those blooms coming.
And actually, if you want to try our Blooming Fast, we do a little, I say a little packet. We do a £1 packet that makes 100 litres of premium plant food.
Yeah,
so,
try it.
Yeah, honestly, so if you're placing your order, sometimes it will pop up as a little message, add this to your basket, but we do the sachets that make 100 litres for £1, which is amazing. So we love those different varieties. My favourite is shrimp cocktail. I just love the name.
Yeah, they're gorgeous, aren't they? I think my favourite is Delta Sarah. That's
that one there.
Love it.
That's stunning. Actually, Dollar Princess is nice. They're all lovely. They are.
Make sure you're using the code when you place your order, YGTV1125. You go to yougarden.com to place your order, and there's a little box that says, do you have an offer code? That's where you put that in. That's how you get the discounts, first of all. But, of course, join the club so you get your 15% discount as well. And we do have a phone line as well. If you like speaking to people, not just doing it via the website, you can actually call the number on the bottom of the screen, but tell the operator you've got an offer code so that they can apply those discounts for you.
Now, I'm very excited about our next brand new item. Look at these. We saw these, for the first time this week, and we're like, oh my word. They're osteospermums. Some of you will be familiar with those, but these are what we call the Cape Daisy doubles. They're all doubles. They are absolutely spectacular, and they are definitely going in my basket today.
Yeah, I mean, osteospermum, they are a favourite every year, aren't they? And I think that's, first of all, because they flower for ages. So once these get going, you know, we're talking June, July, August, September, into October as well. They're low maintenance, just a little bit of deadheading is all that you need to do. They're perfect for little cut flower displays as well, if you like to bring those flowers in. And I imagine if you like flower pressing, actually osteospermums would probably make a really beautiful display from flower pressing.
Yes.
It's something I want to get into. I went to, being all fancy, I went to the Saatchi Gallery on Friday, and there was this wonderful flowers display there. And there was a beautiful one from this artist who'd done pressed flowers. It was gorgeous.
What would be nice, because we're doing a simulcast broadcast also on the craft store. If you're a crafter that gardens and you maybe do things like pressed flowers, we would love to hear from you, and we would love to see some pictures as well.
I would love to.
Yeah, or if you're something like my mum. My mum used to grow flowers and then paint them, and she's got some stunning paintings in her home. We would really love to hear from you. So if you're any of our crafters, I know a friend of ours, Janice Phillips, who a lot of you will know.
Yeah.
Janice.
She got well into painting, didn't she?
Yeah. So Janice always did a lot of gardening, but now I know she often paints her own flowers and things like that. So just quickly, if you want the Cape Daisies, they're all doubles. And what I love about these, although they are classed as an annual, summer bedding plant, they do survive a mild frost. So sometimes they do make it through winter, and obviously you can always put them in the greenhouse and things like that. But they are, I would say, a lot hardier than a lot of summer bedding out there. But they're brand new. You've got 2 of each varieties. They are absolutely stunning. They love a sunny spot. And if I remember rightly, they do come from South Africa, isn't it?
I think you're right. Yes, actually. I think you're right.
Yes. I can imagine them in South Africa, but they do very well in the UK. So don't forget, can we actually show you where to put the code, Stu, again? Just quickly, if you are new, because I know lots of you are new, and I know a lot of the regulars were like, this is like sucking eggs, but if you are new, go to ugan.com. You can type the items in the search bar. Our search bar, by the way, is very predictive. So if you spelled something slightly incorrectly, it normally still finds it. But if you know the number 41573, there it comes. Add that to the basket. And you've got to put the code in there, which is YGTV 11.
That's it.
25. Apply the code, and there you go.
No, I love that it totals up how much you're saving. You can see that the delivery cost has disappeared, and with those 2 items, we're saving £20 already. And down there, look, you can see, join our club today and save £6.45.
And you see that little pop-up there for better results? I mean, I got 2 of these the other day when I placed my order. Add that to your basket, just £1, and that will make 100 litres of premium plant food as well. But yes, good morning to everyone and all of our regulars as well. We've got an absolutely cracking show, loads and loads of new items. A lot of you have been asking about, have we got any petunias? We have.
Have we got petunias? Yes, we absolutely have got those. Olwyn, you're making everybody hungry.
What's up?
Olwyn's in the YouTube chat. She did say earlier she's going to be dipping in and out today because she's doing some batch cooking and baking. She's making a Olwyn, can we come round? She's doing savoury mince for a cottage pie. She's doing a beef stew and a sponge cake.
Where do you live, Olwyn?
Olwyn, we're popping round later on.
Are you near?
Can you feed all of us? Will that be okay?
I'm really hungry today.
I'm starving now. Right, we're going to move on. This is the patriotic petunia mix that we've got here. Can you tell why we're calling it the patriotic petunia collection?
Easy to say.
The red, we got the white, we got the blue, and it doesn't matter whether you're feeling patriotic or not. They're just a wonderful colour mix, aren't they?
They just work so well together,
don't they? They work beautifully. Now this is, I would say, predominantly for your hanging baskets, but if you haven't got hanging baskets, don't worry, you can still grow petunias. You could put these into pots because they tumble, they trail over the edges. Maybe you've got loads of window boxes. My nan's garden, she had loads of buildings around, like, outbuildings, and she had window boxes everywhere, and she used to fill those every single year with begonias and petunias, and they tumble and they trail over the edges. They're just guaranteed beautiful displays.
Yeah. And you often get a lovely scent with petunias as well.
And I actually really enjoy deadheading petunias. I find that job really enjoyable. I don't know what it is. I love deadheading a petunia.
It's very therapeutic, and it keeps them going. They're great quality plants. Postage included as long as you use their code. And again, they will all be labelled in their mini greenhouses. Now, if you've never bought plug plants from Ugan before, a few little tips. When you get them home, give them a good water. You know, they will have been in transit 1 or 2 days on average. Give them a good water, but look how healthy and rooty
That is
they are.
rooty, isn't it?
Yeah,
Look
we've
at
done all
that.
the hard work.
Love
You know,
that.
these have all been grown from seed, and now they are ready to go on our from our nurseries. The only thing we're going to say is just make sure you still give them that little bit of protection from frost. I've got the petunias growing in my greenhouse right now, and obviously they're doing really well, but they are getting a little bit of protection in there, so just bear that in mind. It depends where you live in the country, it depends what the weather forecast is. But it is our spring sale, and we have got loads of brilliant offers, and so thank you to everyone that is watching right now, all of our regulars and those brand new viewers from the craft store as well. My name's Shaun Ryan, by the way, known as Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man. Worked on craft for quite a few years, and Ideal World, and always presented the garden shows. Becks, you may not have seen, but Becks was on the craft channel for 20 years, wasn't you?
Well, it was Ideal World and Craft started on Ideal World, but yeah, 20 years there as well. So, and Stu's the same, 20 years. So between us, we've got more than 60 years.
Yeah.
That's scary. On the channels that you may know. Yeah, it's good.
But it's so nice that say a lot of our crafting friends are watching, because gardening and crafting often goes hand in hand, doesn't it? It really does. Right, we are going to move on to the biggest lilies that you can imagine, and the name is very fitting because they're called skyscrapers. And actually, you know, I'm a very average 5'10", but these can actually go taller than me.
They can,
yes.
yeah. These are the skyscraper lilies, often referred to as tree lilies, because once these get growing, these can reach over 6 feet in height. I planted them last year, and they reached probably a good, I'm 5'6". Yeah, I reckon they reached about 5 feet in height last year.
In the first year?
In the first year, and this year when they come back, I'm expecting to get 6 feet plus, but not just one flower on each of these stems. We are talking 20 plus flowers once these get established as well. That is seriously the display that you could be getting, but times that by 15, because you're going to get 15 bulbs across those 5 different varieties, 3 of each, and they are beautiful varieties. You've got the beautiful sort of Saltarello, which is the apricot, the Amorosia wine red, the Manissa, which is the yellow, the Robina, which you're looking at there, which is the beautiful pink one, and the Matisse, which I think is everybody's favourite, which is that bi-coloured one with that one, the Matisse there. Wowza, that is so pretty.
And with lilies, you could not find an easier bulb to grow. They are fully winter hardy. Pointy side up, so open at the bags, the pointy side goes upwards. They come with full planting instructions. But generally speaking, plant those about twice the depth of the actual bulb in a nice well-drained soil or in compost in a pot. They will flower this year, and they will flower for many, many years to come, getting bigger and stronger. Great for the back of a border, great for covering up ugly fences. But the value, again, if you're a club member, $14.41, free delivery, works out less than £1 a bulb. And bear in mind, each one of those bulbs can grow higher, or tall, I should say, than myself, and they can produce up to 20 flowers when established on each single stem.
And they're perennial too, so remember they're going to come back for you year after year, and there's no work involved really. Just let them die back down into the bulb, that'll refeed the bulb, and they'll come back for you next year.
Yeah, so it's very easy to grow, but giving massive displays. Now, we'd love you to say hello today, wouldn't we?
Yeah, definitely.
We would love
Always
you to
love the
say
chat.
hello. So, different ways of contacting us and communicating with us. You can join the group chat on Facebook and YouTube, but also you can email us ygtv@ugarden.com.
Yeah, Stu's excited about this video.
Grimmy sent a video.
I'm playing it. Right, hang on, I'm rewinding. There we go. Grimmy has sent this video. He's been redoing this border for his son's garden, and we're very impressed with how this is coming on. All of those plants have been brought from You Garden. Do what? Sorry, Stu. Turn it around.
Oh, that's better.
Okay, now I'll play. Ready? Go. Oh, look at that!
Do you know that looks absolutely? I like the colour, don't you?
It's amazing. So what he did, we thought he'd put sleepers in there. You didn't see this, did you, the sleepers? Was I here with Adam? Anyway, so we thought that he'd put sleepers in, but all he's done is got some pallet wood, scorched it, and then, like, stained it.
I
But it looks
I did see a picture a few weeks ago and it looked nothing like that.
Yeah, he's really changed it. It's looking amazing.
Well done.
That's going to look so good. If you want to send pictures, you're more than welcome to send them. Alison, I know you've sent some in. Neil sent some. Elaine, Rhiannon, Shaun, you've sent one as well. So thank you. We will get a chance to show these throughout the couple of hours we're here.
And any of our crafting friends from the craft store, if we'd love to see any cards or anything that you've made recently with a botanical theme. We'd love that. We really would. So don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Join the chat, Facebook, YouTube, or send your emails to us on ygtv@yougarden.com.
And in fact, I didn't have time yesterday, but I'm going to, because my mum can't paint anymore due to her eyesight and the dexterity, but I'm going to take some pictures of her artwork and share them because she was such a good painter.
Oh, good. Yeah, let's do it.
Julie, hello. You're on Facebook right now.
Good morning, Julie. Nice to have your company. Thanks for joining us in the potting shed. We're finishing off the favourites table. We've only done 4 on here, but we've finally got on to the Lophos Duo. This is a bit of a new one for us in the potting shed. We do have Lophos. I remember you bought some. I think, was it last year?
I grew. Well, mine.
I think you grew some.
Mine survived the winter last year, but it wasn't greenhouse. I did the wine red.
Yeah.
Of course. But these are new because you've got the compact pink and you've got the compact white. Now, I only discovered this through You Garden.
Yes.
Probably about 7 years ago. Comes from America. It's a bit like it reminds me of a grapevine with the leaves. But they trail magnificently.
They do. You can get a good sort of 60 centimetres, 2-foot trail from these, and they're quite fast growing. You tend to get the foliage coming through first, which is really beautiful, by the way. This is not just about the flowers. It's very much the combination of the two. But then you get these trumpet blooms, and it has this, it's a very fresh sort of tropical look you get from them. And because they grow quite quickly, you're not having to wait too long for the, established plant to happen. Ideally, you're going to grow these on a little bit before you plant these out. They do need to be kept frost-free, so plant them on somewhere. You can do a little bit of pinching out, once you get a bit of growth, take the top off. That'll encourage branching. A little bit more flowering ability comes from that then. And you can overwinter these as well.
Yeah.
Most people grow these as annuals. Most people do. They'll get rid and then start again next year. But you can overwinter.
Yeah, mine survived in the greenhouse, and there was, the greenhouse did get a little bit frosty, but it survived. For some reason, you do not see Lophos in the garden centres and the supermarkets. I don't know why.
No, me neither.
I can only assume that maybe they can look a bit messy because they trail and things.
Yeah.
And they are fairly vigorous. I don't know, but for some reason you do not see them in the nurseries or the supermarkets. We have them here at You Garden. They originated from America. They are stunning. You get 6 plug plants: the compact pink, the compact white, 3 of each colour. They trail beautifully. But I love the foliage as well. They are almost like grapevines. And very quickly, every single item on the live stream will have free delivery. Even the really heavy stuff, even the really big stuff like the bags of compost, the big pots. You can get everything delivered free, but there's one thing you need to do, and it's to use the offer code, which is YGTV1125. So if you are new to our You Garden TV live shows, use that offer code and you'll get all of the promotions, but also you will get free delivery as well, which is brilliant.
Julie's just messaged in saying that she loves the fuchsias, which is a really good option, and she loves the lily. So I like your style. Those are 2 amazing ones. They're some favourites, definitely.
Yeah. My personal favourites, I love the osteospermums.
Yeah, I like those as well.
I'm definitely buying those.
Problem is we spend all our wages when we come here. This is the issue.
Do you know what? Yeah. No, I've not been good at all. I've become a VIP customer. I really have. No, but I've got a big garden. I've got a really big garden, and I look after the pub garden. But you know what? Buying plants is not a bad thing. There's a lot worse things to spend your money on, isn't there? Right, let's remind you, we've got loads coming up in our 2-hour special. We are live until midday. But we started off with the Head Gardener's Red Collection. Now, these are 3 stunning plants. First of all, there's our Head Gardener. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really look like that. That's quite a flattering picture, Becks, isn't it? Only joking, Peter. I'm only joking. Peter looks exactly like that, actually. But he's put this together especially for today. It's a stunning collection. First of all, this is the Nandina Firepower. Now, this is compact, goes 50 by 50 centimetres, evergreen, changes colour, produces flowers, berries. It looks good every single day of the year. So that's one of the plants. Then you've got a Photinia, often known as Red Robin, but this variety is a small, compact one. Only grows to about 1.5 metres. So great for containers, great for smaller gardens, and does flower. We often forget to mention we got lovely little white flowers in summertime as well. Trouble is, on big Photinias, quite often the flowers are all at the top and you miss them, but not on this one. So you also get, as well as the red barren grass and the Photinia and the Nandina, you will get free shipping as well. This is the final plant in the collection, which is the red barren grass, which is the most stunning grass. Now, when it arrives, they are a little bit dormant right now, but now it's warming up. You get lots of green growth, and that will turn a blazing red in summertime. And actually, in autumn, it turns more of a burgundy. So it's a very striking, stunning grass. All three of those for $25.47 for club members, $29.97 if you're not. But join the club today, and you can save 15% on your entire order for the next year. Then we've got, these have been really popular actually, 6 very established hellebores, but they're doubles. I mean, they're big, they're very intricate. The flowers themselves are wonderful. And actually, again, if you're one of our crafting friends watching from the craft store, imagine growing these and then painting them. That'd be a magnificent flower to paint, wouldn't it? Really would. But they will arrive covered in buds and flowers. 561 309 27.99 or 23.79 is the price for discount club members. Then we've got the hardy fuchsias, some beautiful varieties in these. All of them are hardy. Now, they will arrive as plugs, so you will need to grow them on. But once they are a little bit established this year, they will come back every single year, even on a really cold winter. They will form more woody plants. Again, with fuchsias, they are easy to grow, so sun or part shade. They are quite hungry. They do like a lot of feed in summer, and to keep them flying all summer long, you do need to deadhead them. But the great thing is, unlike annual fuchsias, they come back year after year and get bigger and better. I mean, when these are established, they can be up to 1 metre in terms of height. I love hardy fuchsias. I love the flowers that fuchsias bring you, because they're almost like little ballerinas, aren't they? They're just so intricate and so feminine and beautiful. 400,947 for the hardy fuchsia collection there, to £12.99. Right, the most popular item. Do you know what? I'm not surprised at all. I fell in love with these instantly. Olwyn's just got hers. Olwyn, I'm in your camp. Do you know what? I'm going to buy two lots of these, actually. I really am. Because osteospermums flower all summer long. They are always, I think, very attractive flowers, but these are all doubles, and they're bicolours, some of them. So they're a lot fuller, they're a lot more exotic looking. These originate from countries like South Africa, don't forget, but these are brand new. They are, I think, one of the most stunning collections of osteospermums that I've ever seen. These are head turners. These will really make big, beautiful statements in your garden. And although we don't class them as fully winter hardy, osteospermums, they are quite good at surviving a mild frost. So sometimes they do make it through a winter. But very busy for those. Brand new today. First time we've ever seen them. £12.99, £11.04 if you are club members. Then we've got the lovely patriotic petunia collection. So you've got a combination here of red, white and blue, hence the name of these. These are petunias that will flower again all summer long. They'll trail, so they're great for hanging baskets, they're great for containers. They have a lovely fragrance, of course, as well. But I always think the red, white and blue just really works, doesn't it? Really works so well together. And they're 401, 405. Again, the arrive as plug plants. Give them a little bit of protection from frost, but we're now into mid-March, so just grow them a little bit, then they'll be ready to plant outside in your baskets. And then don't forget, I would think if you want a big show for just a few pounds, then this is the one to go for. And these are our skyscraper lilies. I'll give you the details of these because they are working out just under £1 each for club members. Now in the first year, they may get to 4 or 5 feet, but in year 2, they could easily reach 6 foot. All these lovely varieties. That's normally the most popular, that's Matisse, but you get 3 of all of these. But they will flower throughout the summer, big tall stems. When they're mature, you can get up to 20 flowers on one stem. This one here, by the way, is the Robina. Beautiful, beautiful colour. And they're big flowers with stunning fragrances as well, but great for the back of a border because when these are established, these could easily reach the height of your fence. They really, really could. 5 varieties, 3 of each, just £16.95, £14.41 for club members. Very easy to grow. Plant this pointy side out, about twice the size of the bulb in terms of depth, and nice, well-drained soil. But can I just say a big, big welcome to all of the crafters watching as well from the craft store. This is our first live show with you as well, and obviously all of our regulars. We're here every Thursday, we're live 10 till 12, and then every Sunday also 10 till 12 as well. Very important, there are some key things that you need to do. I love saving money, yeah? I mean, I'm a gardener, I've got a 3-acre plot, so I've got like a lot of borders to fill. So I need to search the bargains and the deals. So if you want to save money, you'll see, first of all, the offer code. That's YGTV1124. That offer code will give you free shipping on everything on the show. That's really, even the big heavy stuff, compost, big pots, you'll get free shipping as long as you use that code. But what it also does, it's a bit like a magic key. And it will open up any discounts, any further discounts that are available. Sometimes there'll be double up deals, sometimes extra savings, but promise me, every single one of you ordering today, use that offer code. It changes every week, but today's is YGTV 1125. Also, and many of you crafters will be used to this, there are 2 prices on the screen. There's a red price, which is always really good, and there's a yellow price. Now the yellow price is 15% lower, and that's our club discount price. And if you are a club member, you can join right now. It's only £10 on auto renewal, and there's loads of benefits. Well, if you keep watching, we've got a lovely clip of film later that'll show you all the benefits. But you get special vouchers, you get postage vouchers, you get exclusive offers. But you can actually join the club today for just £10 for the entire year and save 15% on your entire order. And don't forget, Becks and I. My name's Shaun Ryan. Some of you will remember me from the craft shows. We would love to hear from you. Bex is in charge of the technology because she's slightly better than me. She's faster. But it's ygtv@ugarden.com, or you can chat on YouTube and Facebook as well. But if you need our compost, and this is the compost that we've been bringing you for 20 years. It's one we use on the nursery. 2 massive bags, 50 litres, delivered free of charge. And actually, £3.75 is what you save every single time you order compost. Right, who we got on the chat then, Bex?
I'm going to talk to Mandy on YouTube. She's got a what garden? Oh yes, this is Mandy. She's got concrete slab garden. So she's feeling disappointed, I think, that she's got a concrete slab garden. I want you to stick with us, Mandy, because I am big into container gardening. Yeah, I've got some borders and stuff, but actually because I'm planning on moving house, I don't really pay much attention to the borders anymore. And there is so much that you can do with container gardening.
There really is.
You can still make that look amazing. Our heavy duty pots, I know they're not the most attractive, but they're perfect for growing plants in. You can make the most beautiful space with container gardening.
Yeah. And
honestly, you can.
And there's a regular gardening programme on the TV that I watched, and one of the gardeners there was in the process of moving house and was renting for a year and a half and created a whole garden on basically an area that was just all slabs.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, we've got loads of great pots coming up, so you can still create a lovely garden. I know when I was renting a few years ago, I did the same. I just had a patio area and I just covered it with pots, and it made it a lovely special space.
It's beautiful. So there's still some questions in the YouTube chat. Neil was asking about the osteospermums. They're not, those ones that we've got aren't hardy. I think Rhiannon was asking that as well. They're not hardy. They would need to be overwintered. Neil, I know you already bought the hardy osteospermums last year, but he wants something that's going to flower before June. He wants something you can plant alongside them. So I'm assuming it's a really sunny spot because that's where you planted your osteospermums. Because I was thinking instantly, oh, hellebores, that'll fill a gap, but they want a more shady position. But something between now and June that we might have on today's show. And I'm not sure I've got anything during the live right now that will fill that gap, but there might be something on Sunday. So I know you'll come back and join us on Sunday, Neil, and I'll have a little think about it.
And we'll try and get, if we haven't got anything, we'll try and get something added.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. So bear with us, Neil. We'll come back to you on that one. But I don't think there's anything in the live right now. And Elaine wanted to know when a Jack Frost is going to flower. It's normally about April and May time when Jack Frost starts to flower. It does go a bit dormant over winter. It loses some of its leaves. So I would like to think that that's going to perk up and wake up for you very soon, start giving you that foliage. And then April and into May is when you start getting those lovely flowers on there.
I did think, so I'm just thinking about Neil. I'm just wondering if there's a carpet phlox that we do that flowers sort of like March, April, which would look lovely.
That could work, yeah.
And things like abretia as well that flower sort of like April time. So we'll have a look, Neil. Abretia would look lovely with those.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know if it's on the nursery. I'll look for abretia and carpet phlox. They'd be great.
Right, Hilary is on Facebook and she is asking about the 300 summer flowering bulbs collection. When do I plant them? When do they flower? That sort of thing. Well, it's summer flowering bulbs, so these are all going to come out for you through different periods during the summer, but it covers a good sort of 4 or 5 months worth, depending on the varieties. You're going to plant them now, to be perfectly honest with you. Get them planted. The only two I'm going to be slightly careful with would be the freesias and the gladiolis, just because they're not as hardy as the other two. Once you've got them in the ground, you can then put a good thick layer of mulch over them, and that should see them through the winter. But like the alliums you're looking at there, they're a bit earlier. Those will come out sort of end of May and into June time. The Brody ear, those come out a little bit earlier as well. Liatris spicata and Accidanthera, those are later on in the summer. Gladioli, those normally come up July time, July into August, you'll get your gladioli. So different times for each of them, but summer flowering and spanning a good sort of 4 or 5 months.
And have you seen the value?
Yes, have you?
I mean, that's 300 bulbs. I mean, do you know why we managed to get such great prices? This I spoke to our head gardener just the other day, and I knew delivery had arrived of the summer flowering bulbs because they'd sold out, and it was 10,000 packs. And that was an extra delivery on top of the ones we'd already sold. But because we basically work on such a big scale, we send out millions of orders every year. That's how we can get prices like that. We're not just a tiny little retailer. We are huge. We're on lots of different platforms, so that's how we can get a price like that. And if you are a club member, $12.74 with free delivery. And
of course, because we've got it in the potting shed right now, we do have that free delivery. So enter the code YGTV1125 when you place your order on yougarden.com, and you'll get your free shipping.
Yeah. So thank you for all the questions. We love it when you sending comments and questions. Now, if you are looking for something low maintenance, so I'm giving you that. Stu is in our ear, has just said, where's those plants?
No, they're there.
They are.
Look,
so
they're coming.
These are hardy geraniums that disappear in the winter time. They go underground, they have a rest, and then they work really hard in the summer, okay? So they're just coming back right now. When these arrive, there'll just be a little bit of green growth showing, but there's a very well-established plant in that pot.
Yes.
And then in the next few months, you start to get this lovely kind of burgundy foliage, and then once we get to like the end of May, June, these are going to flower all summer long.
They will do, and these were brand new in 2022, by the way. So
yes,
these are only a couple of years old, or 3 years old now. So these are a type of hardy geranium that not many people are going to have in their gardens. And I love the name Storm Cloud. It's the perfect, look at it, dark, moody foliage, which just highlights those flowers awesomely. Pollinators adore them. Geraniums flower all summer long. You know, they start flowering around May time and they go right the way through into August, September, and even into October. They're workhorses. We love hardy geraniums. It's one of our favourite things to plant in the garden.
In fact, I would say it is my favourite perennial now, because they are such hard work. They're so easy. Sun, part shade. They're pretty tolerant of most soil types. And I really like the Storm Cloud because of the contrast, as you were saying, Bex, of the burgundy foliage
beautiful.
with those stunning flowers. But please, when they arrive, don't go, oh, there's nothing there. Look, it's a really
Look at what's happening underground. There is so much root system going on. These are, you know, strong, rooty beauties ready to go.
And they come back every single year bigger and stronger. But that's a lovely variety. It's a little bit more upright than some of the other Hardy like Roseanne. I think that's a bit more upright. So Julie's just asked about the details for the Hardy Fuchsias. There they are, Julie. So they're 409.47. Pack of 12, they arrive as plug plants. They are winter hardy, Julie, but you do need to, just because they're young plants right now, grow them on in 9cm pots, but give them a bit of protection from frost. But once you get them in the ground this year, sort of, you know, put them out sort of like mid to end of May time, they will thrive this year and come back every single year bigger and stronger. They are fully winter hardy.
Whoa! Right, so it's a similar story with the green twisters. Okay, so there's not much happening above ground right now. You can see the little shoots coming out of the ground just there, look. But we absolutely adore Echinacea. It is a herbaceous perennial. It disappears over winter. But look at what's happening underground here. Look at that amazing root system. These are getting ready to pop out above ground. And then this is the display you're going to get. And when it comes to Echinacea, this is one of the most stunning colour combinations. The lime green tips, that lovely pink centre, and then the massive great big cone in the centre that brings all of those pollinators in. I love Echinacea.
I grew this last year, and my friends from the garden club, when they saw it, they're like, what
is that?
Yeah. And they kind of guessed that it was maybe an Echinacea, but it's such an exquisite variety that is really out of this world. So, you know, if you're someone that likes things to be a little bit different, you want something a bit more exotic looking, the Echinacea green twister is just amazing. It's eye-catching, it's striking, it's almost luminous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And they last ages. This is what I love about Echinacea.
Yes,
the flower stays true, stays looking beautiful. You get so many weeks out of it. I'd say a good 5-6 weeks out of Echinacea flowers.
Yeah,
they
totally
form
great.
clumps, you can split them, you can divide them. They're great as cut flowers, but I think it's really important that they invite pollinators into your garden as well. Yeah,
the pollinators, they love those big landing pads.
They do.
These love a sunny position, by the way. Nice well-drawn soil, 56407. And free postage if you use the offer code. We only recently started to do the free postage, but every item on the live stream will be delivered free of charge. So even if you bought something 10 minutes ago, now you've gone, oh, Shaun Becks, I want those Echinacea, you can place another order.
Yeah,
We'll still deliver
make
it free.
any difference.
I mean, it's honestly, when we heard we were doing free delivery, we could not believe it, because plants are actually quite expensive to send through the post.
They are.
But, you know, the packaging, we put a lot of work into our packaging. It's 100% recyclable. We use things like airbags and all sorts to keep your plants in perfect condition. Going to move on though to, oh, I love these, double flowered chiffon collection, and these are hibiscus that are beautiful.
Yeah, I adore hibiscus. It's a recent addition to my garden, actually, because hibiscus are what I call that transitional plant. They flower for such a long time, but they go right the way past summer and into early autumn for you, and that's what I like. I'm getting more flowers for longer in my garden when a lot of other things have faded. Hibiscus used to be a very, you know, tender, tropical, couldn't cope with any cold kind of plant, but these are the hardy hibiscus. These can get down to -10, so you don't need to worry. You can have that lush tropical look in your garden without having to give these any of that extra winter protection. And of course, this is the chiffon collection, so we're not talking single flowers, we're talking about double ruffled layered petals on here, and you're going to get 3 different varieties, so you're getting a lovely colour mix in there too.
And they grow very naturally in like a goblet shape, so they don't need a lot of pruning. They're a neat plant to have. But honestly, the flowers are stunning. But they only get to about 1.5 meters, something like that. Don't panic, by the way. They take sometimes a little while to get back into leaf. Sometimes it can be May till you start getting green leaves. But as Bex was saying, they flower late as well. So, you know, end of July, August, when everything else is dying back a bit, these come into that home. Got to move on though for those of you that really love strawberries, and I love a strawberry. I don't think I know anybody that doesn't love strawberries. I love a strawberry. You know, whether it's strawberries with cream, strawberries in ice cream, strawberries in a smoothie. We have got a really wonderful variety of strawberries for you right now, known as Cambridge Favourite. And these are so sweet and delicious.
Love these. I mean, these are it's a mid-cropping variety, so sort of towards the end of June and into July, this is when these are cropping. There's a big sporting event that happens around that time as well that makes us all want to eat strawberries.
Oh, yes.
That Wimbledon thing, you know, when they hit balls around a tennis court. Yeah, this is when this will be cropping for you, and they are sweet, they're delicious, they're a big favourite actually in the UK because they are so good. These are disease resistant, they're very tolerant of British weathers, and they're really ridiculously easy to grow. You plant your runners, and actually in so many different places. You can plant these into little hanging baskets. Our lovely friend Ish on TikTok, he did a thing where he had a bit of guttering, and he attached it to a fence, and he was planting his runners into a bit of guttering.
Ooh, I like that idea.
And then you could layer those bits of gutter, so you're making them... honestly, it was a really good idea.
And I went to the Chelsea Flower Show last year. I was working on one of the stands there, and the gardens, so many of them, had strawberries amongst all the flowers and perennials, because they do flower, you know.
It's a beautiful plant.
It is.
Yeah.
So, that actually, trends have changed a bit with gardening. You can easily plant your strawberries amongst your flowers and your other annuals and perennials. Sunny spot is all you need, and they are the easiest to grow. Little tip, just very quickly, when you get them home, you need to give them a good drink. So give them a really good soak for, I'd say, an hour to 2 hours. Plant them in our premium compost. Just make sure that and these have been outside for a little while, so they've just opened up a bit, but just make sure the crown, that bit there, is level with your compost or your soil. Don't. If you plant the crown too deeply, it could rot. So just make sure that is level with your compost, and don't have any roots showing, because that could cause the plant to dry out. So literally you plant it so it looked like that above the ground level. And you're getting all 10 of those. For club members, it works out 85p a runner. And each one of those could produce up to 1 kilo of delicious sweet strawberries. And then finally, you are loving our double Ellen
I'm
hellebores.
not surprised.
No, I'm not.
You're getting 6 plants in here, nicely established. I showed the roots on this one earlier. These are really beautifully established plants, and they're the double Ellens. These are the double flowers, so not just one row of petals, you're getting multiple layers of petals there, and all 6 of those included. Now, these are your early flowering. Between February and April, these are in bloom. So if you're trying to get 365 days of colour, if you want to make the most out of your garden throughout the whole of the year, then hellebores are a must-have. They're early flowering, and they're a bit of a problem solver because these work in those shadier spots in your gardens.
Can I, Bex, have we got a quick little time to
yes,
share my picture?
I will grab your
Only
picture.
because I've got some of these under a big tree,
a beautiful
eucalyptus,
view here.
And these are in the shade, but there they are. Yeah, so I've got a mixture of those with my daffodils. But they're doing fantastically well.
I like the mixture, actually. I think it works nicely. You get the contrast, don't you, between the burgundies and purples, and then the lighter colours, and then with your daffs all poking up as well. That looks really pretty.
Yeah, and that is a very difficult area, believe me, but the hellebores love it there. But I know we're getting lots of new viewers today. Thank you to everyone that's joined us from the craft store. Thank you to all of our regulars, of course, as well. But we want you to save loads of money today. Now, our prices on YGTV are phenomenal. They truly are. But if you use our offer code, you get free shipping on everything, and that's YGTV 1125. But also, if you join our club, you could save 15% on all of your order today, and there are so many more benefits. So here's how you can join the club right now and save a fortune over the year. If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the You Garden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the You Garden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member, and that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the U Garden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the U Garden Discount Club. And don't forget that club membership is on a discounted price today. It's normally £20. If you join today, it is only £10 for the entire year on auto renewal as well. And I promise you, it's one of the best clubs you could ever join. If you are into gardening, it will save you a fortune. Now, we've still got loads to show you. Don't forget free postage on absolutely everything, including the big heavy stuff like your compost, like your heavy duty pots. Free postage on everything as long as you use that offer code there, YGTV1125, and that changes every single week. But let's remind you of some of the great offers that we've had today. So the Hardy Future Collection, these are absolutely incredible. You get 12 plug plants. They're normally $19.99. They're down to $12.99, £11.04 for club members. And free delivery when you use that code, don't forget, 40947. Then we've got the osteospermums. Now, these have been incredibly popular. I just hope we've got enough stock to last the week on these. They're brand new, and they're known as the Cape Daisy Double. So they're all double. And these will flower all summer long. We don't class them as fully winter hardy, but on a mild winter they may survive. Or you could take them in your greenhouse and give them a bit of protection. But they're only $12.99, normally $14.99, £11.04 for club members, and free delivery, 401573. Then we have got our stunning patriotic petunia collection, red, white and blue, of course. 18 plug plants, 6 of each. They will trail all summer long. You've got the gorgeous fragrance as well. Just keep deadheading and they will cover your baskets and pots. $16.99 down from £24.99. And again, club members, you will only pay $14.44 with free delivery when you use our code. Then we've got the big skyscraper lilies, 15 bulbs. Saltarello, you've got Amarossi, Manissa, Robina, Matisse. They're in our spring sale, so you are saving today a massive £23. So down from nearly £40 to £16.95, £14.41 is your discount club price. But don't forget, use that offer code to get your free postage, YGTV1125. Then I love these. I discovered these from U Garden about maybe even longer actually, but maybe as long as 10 years ago. So they come from America, they trail beautifully. They've got leaves that are like vine leaves, and they really are quite rare to get in the UK. And you get 6 of the white, 6 of the pink, $14.99. Again, we don't class them as winter hardy, but they may survive a mild winter. Mine did last year, 401610. $12.74 for club members, or $14.99 if you're not, and again, free postage when you use our offer code. Then we've got geraniums, but these are not bedding geraniums, these are hardy geraniums. These come back every single year. So you don't have to do anything, put them in a nice, I was going to say nice sunny spot. They'll tolerate part shade actually. But what they do is flower all summer long with minimum effort. This variety's got lovely burgundy foliage, violet blue flowers, the pollinators love it, and you get 3 of those in our spring sale, saving £10 today, down from nearly £30 to $19.97 or $16.97 if you are a club member. And then one of the most extraordinary echinaceas for you now. This is an absolute belter of a plant. It's almost out of this world. It's luminous, you've got pinks, you've got tips of yellow, you've got this lovely kind of amber red centre that the pollinators love landing on. And these are also in our spring sale today, saving £15 down from $14.97 to say from £30 or $12.72 if you are a club member. And then we have got 3 beautiful totally hardy hibiscus. So these are fully winter hardy. I mean, these come from countries like Siberia. I mean, they really can tolerate a cold climate. But they flower late summer, early autumn. They grow in a lovely kind of goblet shape, and the flowers are absolutely amazing. They truly are. You get all 3 colours there, and again, they're in our spring sale today, saving £10, down from nearly £30 to $19.97. Or the club discount price is $16.97. Now, we've also had a bit of a sugar rush on our strawberries. I'm not surprised. These are the Cambridge favourites, and these fruit round about Wimbledon time. They are sweet, they're delicious. They can produce up to 1 kilo of fruit each. They arrive as runners, easy to grow, give them a good soak, put them in a sunny position, but they are on a special today, $9.99, $8.49 for club members, and if you use our offer code, you get free delivery. And that applies to everything on the show today. YGTV, $11.25. Just working out for club members, 85 pence for a runner. And then also really popular today are our double Ellen hellebores. These are absolutely breathtaking. And you get 6 of these in 9 cm pots. They'll arrive in bud and flower. Love a sunny spot, but I say love a sunny spot. They're okay in a sunny spot, but actually they do really well in the shade. And they are fully winter hardy. And they're also in our spring sale today, saving £31.96. But everything is on our website, don't forget. And all you need to do is click on live now. You can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, the website. And we will let you know we are back live on Sunday, 10 till midday, with a whole list of new items as well. But you can actually order some of those now. So things like the begonia apricot shades, you'll see those on Sunday. The French marigolds, the ceanothus, they coming up on Sunday. That beautiful Harkness rose is coming up on Sunday as well. So we do say we have 2 shows a week, but we do have different items in both of them.
We will be showing that rhododendron hybrid lilac as well. Sorry, I've completely forgotten who just asked, but somebody in the YouTube chat asked if we're showing that. We will be. It's on the table. There. It's ready. It's coming.
Really beautiful, isn't it? Love a rhododendron.
I do. It's perfect time to get rhododendron as well. They've got fat buds on, ready to burst open.
Yeah, and I've just, I know loads of new viewers today. Don't forget, join the club and you'll save an extra 15% on everything, including our compost today, which has been our best seller for years, hasn't it?
Years and years and years, because it's the best compost. We've been talking a lot about being compost snobs, and we're going to turn everybody into compost snobs, and we're not sorry about that, because we know how good it is, we know that it works, and it's packed with essential ingredients, the perfect blend, the perfect mixture, so that your plants get the best start and continued life. So let's talk about texture first of all. That is so important. Yeah, plants need space for their roots to grow, to develop that really strong root structure, and the texture of this, made up of that composted wood fibre, is what allows for that. Your plant's roots can reach for the moisture, the feed, but also they've got access to oxygen, which is really vital for root development. Plus, that composted wood fibre allows for even water distribution, which is really important when you're watering your plants, but also it helps to hold on to that moisture as well. So that's probably one of the first things you'll notice, bar the smell, which is amazing, by the way.
It is,
when
it's fresh.
It's delicious. When you open the bag, the scent that you get from it, but also that texture, is going to be the thing that you notice is the biggest difference from other bags that are out there.
I know you can buy compost anywhere and everywhere, but not this compost.
No.
This is the one we use on the nursery. It is a professional product. It arrives in just plain white bags. It's a commercial product. It's not got lots of marketing spiel on it. But we can promise you, if you look at the reviews, it is an absolutely superb compost that makes such a difference and turns you into a better gardener instantly. So if you want to go for it right now, it's the one we use on the nursery. It's been our best seller for years, and it is now available at that amazing price, down from the recommended retail price of $42.97 to $24.98. Club members, $21.23. And if you're somebody that hates buying compost from the garden centres, or the big sheds as we call them, because it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, pain.
You know, I don't know about you, but anywhere I go now, it's like we don't have staff anymore in the UK.
It's true.
You know, The supermarket.
Self-service tills.
Yeah, with one person looking after 20 checkouts, running around like a mad thing. Same with the big garden centres. You know, you've got to do it yourself quite often. Get that compost off that big pallet, put it on your trolley. Go to the checkout, hope there's somebody there. Hope you don't have to do the self-scan with that big bag and find the barcode. We deliver it absolutely free of charge. And if you are a club member, you will get a saving £3.75 every single time that you order. But to get the free postage, you need to use, remember, that off code today, which is YGTV1125.
Yeah, just yougarden.com. You can get ahead and see all of the different items as well that we've got for you.
Now, a lot of you have been asking, do we have pots? Oh, my word. Yes, we do.
We've got pots. If you want pots, we've got pots.
Mandy with a concrete garden. Turn it into an absolute oasis of colour just using pots and containers. Now, the ones I've got here are the Tuscans. So they've got a lovely kind of Italian feel to them. They look aged, they look weathered. That's the look I'm going for too. I love that aged, weathered look. But we've got a triple pack today for $18.97. But $16.12 if you are in the club. And I love our pots because they're frost-proof, they're UV resistant, they've got great drainage. You can actually buy these and have them for years looking good.
You really can, and I'm gradually transitioning over, you know, as my other terracotta and all those pots, you know, are cracking and breaking because of weather or because I've, you know, accidentally broken them. I'm transitioning over to these because they do last for ages. They're lightweight, they're easier to move around, and they come in some amazing designs and colours as well.
And our summer flying bulbs, some of those could do great in here. Any of the summer bedding that we've got would look amazing in here as well. But you get all three saving £5 today.
We've also got our Kikis, our Kiki Ds,
That's what we call them.
which is the triple pack as well here. I like the size of these because I've got loads of different sizes of pots, but these smaller pots, you can change them over really easily and it doesn't cost you loads of money to change that display on a regular basis. It's a triple deal here. So this works slightly differently. You get 3 for $12.99. If you put 3 in your basket and enter the code, that's where you get the price. We'll show you on the website, okay? So go into the website. We've got 1 in the basket. We're going to put our code in, YGTV1125. Apply the code. So it's still showing $8.99. Postage has disappeared, obviously, but now all we need to do is increase that basket. Put 2 in. It goes to $17.98. Hang on. Let's put a third one in. And now see what happens.
Oh, that's better.
That's where it comes down to that £12.99, just $4.33 each.
And again, if you join our club today, it's only £10 for the year and auto renewal. You'll save another £4 and 5 pence.
On that one item?
Honestly.
That's crazy.
It's I mean, the way that discount works for club members, it's really good.
It's really good. Honestly, it's really good.
Yeah, so please, I know we're getting lots of new club members. Bex has got a window box and I've got, I call this one the Jimmy Silvermore.
It's the Jimmy.
Yes.
We've got the lovely twin pack of the Durham, so you only need, if you want to, you just put 1 item in your basket because it's already a twin pack. It's a really nice big size here. You don't have to put them on a windowsill. Not many of us have got windowsills that deep anyway. I've got a couple of these kind of planters and they just go on the floor in front of my big old toy box we've got in the garden, that ugly grey thing. And what I do is put plants in there and they just grow up and they cover that up.
And if you've got like an ugly garage wall or something like that, again, these against that garage wall with a little bit of height in them can look absolutely amazing. Again, they're down from nearly £40, $22.98. Discount price is $19.53. Free postage when you use the off code. Now, this is the Somerville, hence I call it the Jimmy Somerville. Sorry, Jimmy Somerville, if you're watching. But I think you're right. But these are the pots that are 13 inches tall. Now, I need to tell you about these because they do not have drainage. So you can use them for indoor houseplants as well. But there's actually the pre-marked drainage areas there. So if you did want to use them outside, please give them some extra drainage, just get your little drill, pop some holes in, and then they'd be ideal for outdoor use as well. But I love these because they're a little bit bigger, taller, and oh, yes. I like that.
Sorry, I just covered your face up, Shaun.
No, that was better. I like that. It's a lot better.
This is
lovely. No, seriously.
This is just one of the items that we've got on the show today. This is one of our olive standards that we've got. And I was just going to say a standard would be great in here. A standard is what we call the sort of tree shape, okay? And a standard would be good in here because this is a nice deep pot. And I always think go for a deeper pot when you've got a standard because it balances it out. And then also if it's a bit windy, it stops it from blowing over. It does look elegant. It does look classy, and I think that would be absolutely perfect in there.
Again, they are in the spring sale. If you want the olive tree, is that only $17.99?
It's only $17.99. It's one of our new additions that came in. Our head gardener went to Sicily and did a buying trip out there, and this has just been in the business about 3 weeks, I think. So yeah, really $17.99 is incredible on that one.
And they are winter hardy, we say, to about at least, -8.
Yeah.
But I'd say more.
They get a little bit harder as they get older as well, don't they?
But so we have got great pots and containers available as well. Now, one of our joint favourite plants that we have here on New Garden is the Fatsia spider's web. Looks like it's going to be hard work, but it is one of the easiest plants to grow and to look after. And you're going to get a big established plant in a 3-litre pot. It's on special today, $19.99. Club members $16.99 and free postage when you use that code YGTV1125. To me, this looks like it's really exotic, and you'd expect it to maybe not tolerate frost, but it's fully winter hardy.
Totally, yeah. I mean, it goes a bit sad in the frost, don't we all? It just looks a bit droopy.
Yeah, it does sort of do that a bit.
But then as soon as the frost has passed, it perks right back up. You don't actually have to give it any protection. It grows nice and big as well, or it can if you want it to. So plant it in a border somewhere, a shady border, by the way. This is the other thing about these. These are problem solvers. They love a shady border. But this can grow to, 2.5, maybe even up to 3 metres in height, and it'll spread by that much as well. So it's wonderful if you want to fill that gap. But if you want to keep it smaller, you can hack it back.
That's a technical term,
It's a technical
by the way.
gardening term. You can hard prune this and it doesn't mind. Other plants you can't hard prune. This one is okay with that. Or you can even grow it in pots. And I've got one in a border, I've got one in a pot. I'm doing both things. You can actually grow these in pots as well. So for Mandy,
yes.
Get one of these in a pot, grow this in that concrete jungle you've got, and it'll look lush and tropical and beautiful and with no work.
And Mandy, honestly, that concrete garden of yours, I think you really feel so much better sitting there when you've got lots of foliage and greenery and flowers.
Definitely.
You can create that space beautifully. Elaine, one of our regulars, she's got a lot of paved areas, hasn't she? She's got loads of lovely pots and made it look magnificent. Tony, hello.
Tony did a lovely garden, didn't he? Do you remember? Tony had, it was just all paving slabs, and he created an amazing garden just out of pots and things.
He really did.
Totally doable.
So, whatever outdoor space you've got, we've got plants for you. And actually, even if you don't have a garden, we've got some great house plants available as well, which you can see from time to time on the live shows as well. Just really quick, if you've just joined us, very good morning. I'm Shaun Ryan, and the Shaun Ryan presenter and plant man. This is lovely Becks Edwards. I know we're live on the craft store today for the first time. We're also going to be with you on Sunday from 10 till 12 with lots of new plants as well. But don't forget, free postage when you use our offer code YGTV1125, and 2 prices on the screen. One's a very good price in the red, but one is really good in the yellow, and that is for club members. And you can join the club today, £10 for the entire year on auto renewal. Right, we're going to move on to the most beautiful hydrangea next. Love this one.
Yeah, Magical Matterhorn is a gorgeous one. And actually, this is a really good one because it stays a little bit more compact as well when it comes to hydrangeas. I mean, they can get absolutely massive, but Magical Matterhorn does stay just that little bit more compact, about sort of 80-90 centimetres height and spread here. And I love a paniculata. Paniculata hydrangeas are just, they're impressive, aren't they? When they're in full bloom, and also once those blooms have faded, you leave those flower heads on over winter and they look amazing for winter displays.
Yeah, they do. And this one does change colour slightly as well. Our Magical series are colour changing. So this one you're going to get sort of like creams, you're going to get also sort of like little bits of green in there, and even like flushes of a light pink as well. But the shape of a paniculata is incredible. Hundreds of flowers on those conical, lovely plumes, but also very easy to prune. They always flower on new growth, so some people worry about hydrangeas and when do you prune them. Also, if you're worried about them changing the wrong colour, they're not like the mop head, so it doesn't matter what soil type you've got, you're still going to get this lovely creamy white.
Big thank you to Julie on Facebook. She's joined the club and placed her first order. Congratulations,
thank you,
Julie, and thank you. We are here every week, Thursday and Sunday. We do a couple of hours, 2-3 hours each week, so on each day. So it's really nice to have your company.
And
I hope you come back and join us.
Isn't she?
Yes, she's one of the craft people that's joined us
So
today.
thank you, Julie. And we always think crafting and gardening often go hand in hand.
Definitely.
I mean, I know when I ever watch the craft shows, there's so many beautiful botanical themes, aren't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My mum was always a gardener. gardener, but she's just recently got into crafting, so she's gone the other. Yeah, she's now a crafter and a gardener too.
My mum always did both, but sadly she can't really craft anymore because of her eyesight. But if you like the magical Matterhorn, it is 511 551 1487 for club members. And don't forget, Julie's done it. Join the club, you get those savings, but also free delivery when you use that offer code YGTV1125. But one of the lovely things about You Garden TV, we have something for everybody. We have classics, we have lots of plants that many of you will know, but we like to bring you things that you won't see in the garden centres, things that are a little bit more specialist and unusual. Loafers, I have never seen these in the garden centre.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have. I rarely go into garden centres anymore, to be honest with you. I used to spend loads of time there, but I just don't go there anymore.
No, I mean, I'd go there for, a slice of cake and a coffee, but...
I really should go and look round.
I think it's because they trail, and I don't think they probably sit very well on benches in garden centres. Because these are a trailing plant, they come from America, but if you look at the leaves, they're like a grapevine.
I love the leaves on loafers. I think, I always say when we talk about loafers, how it is a combination between the two things. Yes, you're getting the beautiful trumpet flowers on here. It's got a tropical feel, but it is definitely the combination of that with those wonderful leaves that you see on here as well. These are for your hanging baskets, I'm going to suggest. I mean, they'll trail by up to about 2 feet, so you could potentially put them into pots and things, and they'll tumble and trail over the edges and probably down to the ground. But I think this is more of a hanging basket plant, or maybe window boxes as well. The foliage comes first, and that really establishes, and then by June time, once we're into the really sort of warmer weather, that's when you're going to get those gorgeous trumpet flowers. Yeah. You're getting both colours, you're getting the pink, you're getting the white, and they're really, really easy. I would do a little bit of pinching out on your plugs in a little while. Once they've got a little bit longer, just pinch the tips out. That'll encourage branching. More branching equals more foliage and then more flowers as well. And grow them on a little bit before you plant these out.
Right, Dan's just messaged saying, do we do blueberry plants? Yes.
Yes, we do. We've got lots of different varieties.
Yeah, lots of different ones.
Yeah.
And what I will say, little tip for you, because they're not on the lives, on the website, if you join the club, you get free postage vouchers, which means you can then order some items off the website and get free delivery on those as well.
Or just come back and keep joining us here in the potting shed, because we will bring blueberries into the potting shed and you can buy them then with free postage.
I've got to say, we normally have blueberries on every month, don't we?
Yeah,
the different varieties.
Regularly.
Yeah. Right, but anyway, if you like lophos, they are very exciting plants. They're beautiful. They're a little bit weird and wonderful, and they are only $14.99 free postage if you use the offer code $12.74 for club members. Right, let's go tall, let's go big, let's go skyscraper next.
Yeah, let's go tree lily, shall we? 5 different varieties, 3 bulbs of each. That's 15 in total. And when you plant these, what you're going to get is some incredible displays. Have you got these in your garden, Shaun?
I haven't. I've got them in my mum's.
Ah, that's it. Yes, I remember you talking about them.
Yeah, I've got them in my mum's.
These can reach about 6 feet plus, basically. First year I planted them, I got to about 5 feet in height, and you get multiple flowers per stem. We are talking potentially 20 plus flowers per stem. Multiply that by the 15 bulbs you're going to plant. They are reliable. They are hardy. They come back for you year after year. They're big, they're bold, they're beautiful, they're fragrant. I just can't see why you wouldn't. I mean, maybe unless you've got cats, but you want these in your garden, don't you? They are incredible.
And there's Stu. Now, Stu is not the gardener amongst us, but look at his. But the thing is, with skyscrapers, you don't have to know about gardening.
You really don't.
You don't. They are winter hardy. Just plant them pointy side up, about twice the depth of the bulb, back of a border because of the height, and they're going to flower magnificently in their first year and every year to come. Just make sure the soil is well drained, or if they're in pots, again, they like good drainage like most bulbs, but they are absolutely magnificent, and the fragrance that you get is incredible.
Yeah, they're beautiful,
aren't they?
And so easy. Just plant them in a sunny spot, water them in, leave them. You don't have to do anything else.
But I was thinking, with those, if you look at the price, and for club members it's less than £1 a bulb, I don't know anything else that gives such a big display for £1.
Agreed.
Good. I'm glad we agree.
Agreed.
We normally do. 650-086. All different colours and varieties. Saltarello, you've got Amorosa there, you've got the Melissa, the Ribena, the Matisse. So you've got reds, you've got pinks, you've got yellows, you've got oranges, and you've got the bicolours as well. Now we're going to get very patriotic now, and we're going to move on to our petunia collection, which is, of course, red, white and blue.
18 plug plants. Wow, that's enough to fill some hanging baskets, isn't it? They are labelled, by the way, so you get all the, you know which colour is which if you're trying to colour coordinate or scheme or anything. Petunias are just they're a summer garden must have. You must have petunias in your garden somewhere. Great for your hanging baskets, fantastic for pots and window boxes, tumbling, trailing by about 2 feet you'll get out of these, and really easy, just somewhere sunny, and make sure you're feeding because petunias do tend to be quite hungry plants.
And remember, great in terms of fragrance as well. 401 405. Normally, they're part of our spring sale. They're normally $24.99. You're saving £8 today. But remember, to get the free delivery, use that offer code YGTV1125. Right, what am I buying this week? These. I've already spent £90 this week.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's a really slow week for you, Shaun.
To be honest,
It's a slow week.
I bought 3 lots of compost.
Yeah.
So that was part of my order, and I did buy quite a lot of summer bedding, but I didn't see these. Buying them today. These are our Cape Daisy double collection. I love osteospermums.
Yeah.
And I grew quite a few varieties last year, but look at these. They're new and they're doubles, and I love the fact you get 6 varieties for that price of $12.99. Look at the different colours, and for me, those doubles are just so much more on the eye. They are really stunning, aren't they?
Stunning and long flowering, which is why we love osteospermums so much, to be honest with you. June time, these should be starting to flower, but into July, August, September, even into October. Obviously, it depends where you live and the kind of weather, but yeah, these will get through until those first frosts quite happily. They're low growing as well. They don't get too tall, maybe 30, 40 centimetres height. Each one will spread by about 30 centimetres. I grew osteospermums last year as well, and do you know what? They're just easy. Little bit of deadheading is all you need to do. Somewhere sunny, and you will be delighted for months.
And although we class them as summer bedding, you know, we don't say they're winter hardy. They are one of the hardier of summer bedding, so they sometimes do survive a mild winter.
Yeah, and you can overwinter if you want to. But most people grow them as annuals. These ones, anyway.
But they're amazing, and all I'll say is they've been really popular today. So I'm going to order mine at 12 o'clock when we finish. Right,
Rhiannon's got a question. She says, would her Ceanothus standard be okay in that tall pot? Yes.
In the Somerville.
That would be perfect. Make sure you put some holes in the bottom because there's no holes at the moment, and that will need the drainage. But absolutely you can. Rhiannon, come and join us on TikTok this afternoon. We will do that for you. We'll show you what it looks like.
It's only my opinion, but I think it looked really tasteful because I think
that'd be gorgeous.
With the stony colour, really classy.
Dead
Good taste.
classy that, as Stu just said. Dead classy that.
That's what my dad used to say. Like,
Dead classy that.
Oh, my dad's one of his favourite lines. Oh, you look great, son. Dead classy. Right. It was a northern man, was my dad. Lovely man. Right, and then we've also got our Hardy Fuchsia collection. Now, again, these are in our spring sale. They're normally nearly £20, down by £7.
I can't believe they're in the spring sale, to be honest with you. This is the first time we brought them to you this year, and it's normally a really good favourite, this one. These are the plug plants, so they're going to need growing on a little bit before you plant them out, but once you've planted them out, these are the hardy fuchsias, not the summer bedding fuchsias, so you can then leave them out. Again, fuchsias are a bit hungry, so do make sure you're feeding and do a little bit of deadheading, but they are low maintenance. They give you long-lasting displays. You know, once these are established, every year they'll give you flowers from about May onwards, right the way through to October, November, and then all you have to do is prune them down a little bit. When do you do it? Do you do yours autumn or do you do yours spring?
Do you know, I've done both. But what I will say is you can prune them down a little bit when they're established, but actually you can cut them pretty much right back to the ground.
Yeah, you can really go down.
Yeah, and they'll still come back, but they do become more woody as they get established. But sometimes I prune mine autumn, sometimes springtime. This year I actually literally pruned mine last week because I could see lots of green growth.
Yeah, this is the perfect time, isn't it?
But they are fully winter hardy. They go to about a metre by metre. They're fine in sun, but they're great in part shade as well. 6 stunning varieties. Now, we are very busy. Thank you to all of our regulars. Thank you to those of you that have joined us on the craft store. It's our very first live show. And don't forget, with your orders, make sure you get our premium professional compost as well. It's our bestseller. Anything we grow in the nursery is grown in this compost. And don't forget, it's normally $42.97. It is down to $24.98, but postage is included. And bear in mind, these are heavy, they're 100 litres. Postage is included if you use the offer code YGTV1125. This was me planting up the pub garden that I look after. That was filmed in October, and actually we are going to revisit later in the month, so you'll see how all of those plants have done. But I can honestly say they have done superbly in our premium professional compost. So down to $21.23 if you are a club member, and free postage for everyone if you use YGTV 1125. That's our offer code for this week. And also, I cannot recommend highly enough our heavy duty pots. Absolutely love these. I've had some of mine 15 years. I've never broken one, and they're a really good all-rounder. This is my garden, by the way. I keep Christmas trees in them. I know it sounds a bit weird. I make them look really pretty at Christmas with Hessian sacks and things, but they live in those pots permanently. Last year, my tomatoes did amazing in my pots. I only put one plant in each pot, and they loved the space. They really, really did. For general tidying up, when I'm doing little DIY jobs and tidying up, then I use my heavy duty pots for carrying things around. That looks a mess, but it's there because I don't know where to put it. It's anonymous. But you get a pack of 4, 99. Oh, little tip for you. When you're using our premium compost, decant it into one of the pots, and it just makes it a lot easier to use rather than out of a bag. So they are brilliant products, honestly. One of our best sellers with some great reviews on our website. But lots of you in our group chat. Don't forget you can chat on Facebook, YouTube, and on, of course, the email, which is ygtv@yougarden.com. So who's been messaging Bex?
Loads of people. So Neil's, no, not Neil. Elaine is putting the Cape Daisies, the osteospermum, in her basket.
Same
well
here,
done. Jay's putting in requests because he's working on an amazing project at the moment. So he's asking for certain things to come into the potting shed. Anything unusual, more edibles like the yuzu, the satsuma, anything unusual, he says.
Oh, we've got quite
so
a few.
Stu's, I think, looking into that, see if we can get some for you. Neil is saying thank you for the advice on Facebook the other night. I think you must have helped him out with something.
I
said,
did.
Shaun, thanks for the advice on Facebook.
It was the Himalayan poppy.
There you go.
No, we had a good little chat, didn't we, Neil?
There you go.
And Neil, the mum's thinking about it. A breccia, definitely, or creeping phlox for your colour in sort of like March, April.
Elaine's giving us updates. Her storm clouds are just starting to come up. Those lovely geranium storm clouds. She's saying she loves the hibiscus. Olwyn is still making everybody jealous with what she's cooking. Olwyn's just ordered the strawberry Cambridge favourite. Well done, Olwyn. You're going to have fun growing strawberries this year. I like this from Neil. He says, with Sunday's show, I'm going to have to do 2 things at once. Watch the Sheffield football derby on the TV and watch You Garden on the tablet and iPhone.
Yeah, you know, it's surprising us men can multitask and do 2 things at once, Neil. We can.
Eleanor said she bought the Kiki last year. Those pots we were showing, they're a great size if you don't need large pots, which is brilliant. And Rhiannon was asking about the Ceanothus standard. Oh, and JC, lunchtime today, I'm planting, as an experiment, raspberry canes into 2 of the tower pots and frames. Interesting. We want to know how that one goes.
I think that'll work.
Olwyn says everything's cooling down, ready for finishing off. Oh. We'll be round in a bit.
Where does Olwyn live?
I don't know. We're just going to drive. We're going to follow our sense of smell and see if we can find Olwyn's house. Right, we've got emails to show as well. So let me just go to Neil's because
those raspberry canes. I think that will work in the tower pot.
I reckon it might. Yeah. I mean, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah.
So Neil sent us a picture of his poppies.
These are the Himalayas.
So these are the Himalayan blue poppies that he has potted up, following Shaun's advice, just growing those on a little bit before planting them out. Once he plants them out, they're hardy, but we do advise just to start them off. So Neil, I haven't quite got mine yet. I haven't placed the order, but I'm going to get them. I'm going to be doing exactly the same as you, so I'm going to be doing that this year.
Neil, as I said, I'm hoping mine will flower this year because it was quite established last year.
And Neil, this picture's coming through upside down. I can't turn it round, but we get the idea. So Neil was telling us all about his gardening book. So this is what he does. He takes pictures, puts it in there, writes the words.
Oh, Neil,
And I love that. It keeps him really organised, unlike me who plants things and then forgets where they planted them.
One of my New Year's resolutions was to be more organised in the garden, actually, so very inspirational.
Alison, Ali G, thank you. She sent us pictures of things looking good in her garden. So this is obviously a Ceanothus. And I just want to point out, look at the buds that are starting to appear. That's going to look amazing. We know that in May time, ceanothus is one of the most amazing things in the garden. I've got a feeling
it's going to be a good year for ceanothus because a lot. My mum's is really heavily in bud. Really heavily in bud.
Mine's looking great, honestly. Yeah. So Alison sent us a few pictures.
I was counting the buds on my mum's and I lost count of so many.
Look, she's got all the lovely crocus poking up, and I love what she's doing here. This is, we always talk about when you plant standards, have some underplanting going on. Lovely crocus coming up here. She's got our Durham planters. Look, those are on the show today. She's got strawberry. And pine berries, because she's so good at labelling. We've got sorbet peony in that pot there.
Oh, my sorbet peony is just poking through, actually.
Love that.
Yeah, it won't be long for yours.
Peony bare root. Oh, I love your labelling.
They're all our pots, by the way, aren't they? And the heavy duties.
Awesome. Rhiannon sent a picture. Little one's sunflower seeds planted in our compost. So obviously she's doing some gardening with the little ones as well, and has got those sunflower seeds starting to grow in little pots in our compost as well.
I loved growing sunflowers as a child. I really did. Another really good one for the children is, of course, the strawberries as well today.
Stu, are you talking to us? Because I've lost you.
I can hear him.
No, you can. I can't hear a word you're saying,
Just enjoy the silence back.
Just enjoy my talk back has faded.
Make the most of it.
What else have we got here? So we've got... Oh, Elaine, I like this. She's got I think it's Camellia Lady Campbell.
Oh, I don't
know that
net
one. Lights on it.
I don't know the Lady Campbell.
And I think that is super cute.
Oh, yes, I do. I do remember it,
That's going to look great.
Elaine, I love that. We both saw that early, didn't we? And said, that's a great idea.
Wonderful. And then we've got a couple more emails coming through. We've done Grimmy's video. And yes, we're doing the rhododendron lilac coming up next for you, Alison. And Grimmy has just noticed this morning that his Kojo no Mai is starting to flower. This is one of our amazing plants that we do here, the Kojo no Mai. We have it as a shrub, we have it as a standard, and it's one of the most beautiful cherry blossom plants, isn't it?
It really is. And I think it has 4 seasons. It looks great in the winter with all of that twisty, sort of like the twisty stems. Then you get the blossom, then you get the leaves, and then it's a stunner in autumn as well.
And I've got to show this one. Andrew has sent pictures. This is some of his lilies last year.
Look at these. Boom.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's that's what we're saying. The height that the lilies can give you.
I mean, I don't even know if those are skyscrapers. They look like they could be. But look, he's got a whole row of those. I mean, I had loads of lilies in my garden as well. That is beautiful, Andrew. Very good.
Absolutely amazing. And to say our skyscrapers can go to about 6 foot in their second year, maybe 4 or 5 in their first year. Now, I know we've only got about 40 minutes left. Just a few quick reminders. We're going to be live on the craft store and, of course, on our regular destination slots from 10 till 12 every Thursday and every Sunday. If you're not a club member, you can join today for £10. It's on a special, down from £20, £10 on auto renewal, and that will give you 15% off every order you place on the YG TV shows for the next 12 months, and of course the website as well. So that's that club discount is going to give you 15% off pretty much everything, and very important, to unlock all of the deals and promotions and to get free delivery on everything from the show, you need to use that offer code YGTV1125. That changes weekly. But we've still got a few things to tempt you with.
So summer flowering bulb collection, 300 bulbs, 7 different varieties. They all come to you individually bagged. They've all got their planting instructions on there. It tells you plant depth, plant spacing. But just to run you quickly through the 7 different varieties, in the middle here we've got the Liatra spicata. Those are beautiful, reaching about a metre. They can reach a metre and maybe a little bit taller in height, flowering August, September for you. We've got the beautiful gladioli over here. You're going to get 10 of those and they'll reach about a metre, flowering between June and August. We've got the fabulously fragrant freesias over there. 20 of those reach about 25 centimetres in height. The allium mollies down the bottom, these are those beautiful yellow ones. They've got 40 of those and they reach about 30 centimetres in height. Brody ear down here, 35 of those. They'll flower sort of June, July time. And then, what did I miss? Oxalis iron cross, that's that one in the middle there. Also known as the lucky clover, because of the way the leaves are shaped, they look like a clover. And you're going to get 75 of those.
And I think you missed off the Acidanthera.
Thank you. So the Acidanthera here, these reach about a metre in height, and you get 45 of those. I always say I really like the idea of Acidanthera with the Liatra spicata, because I think those two will work really nicely together.
I think they're very pretty flower, aren't they? So they're all individually bagged. They've got clear instructions in planting depth. But the bottom line is bulbs are easy to plant, pointy side up, and normally plant them twice the depth of the bulb, and you know, give them the same width either side of the bulb. You know, they're not that particular bulbs.
No, they're not.
I never measure. You know, I don't go, oh, is that 2 centimetres or 1.5? They're pretty resilient. But we're going to move on now to one of our joint favourites, which is...
I love it.
I think we always say, if you've got a sunny spot in your garden, you need a ceanothus. But this particular variety, I think, is the best that we do.
I think it's a fantastic one, yeah. I mean, OK, so that's the kind of quality we're talking about, really rooty underneath the ground. And these get going really quickly. I know these are 9-centimetre pots, but they are tough, they're resilient, they're hardy. My mum and dad grew a ceanothus in their garden. It got to 6 feet in height, and it took about 4 or 5 years to get to that. So honestly, they are quite fast growing. This variety, though, is a slightly lower growing one. This is called the Thriciflorus repens. So this one can be much lower growing if you plant it in a sunny spot. It'll reach about a metre and a half, but that's short for a ceanothus.
But I love this one because, yeah, a metre and a half height-wise, so that's about normally the height, more or less, of a fence.
A fence, isn't it?
But width-wise, it can grow like 3-4 metres or so. So you can cover an entire ugly fence. The fact that it's evergreen, that you've got that beautiful foliage, the fact that you get this carpet of amazing lilac blue in Maytime, it's an absolute showstopper, and it is one of the hardiest varieties in the UK. There's something a little bit more tender, not this one. An award-winning, isn't it?
Yeah, RHS Award of Garden Merit. Proven performer. They're easy, just a little prune just to maintain the shape and stop them getting a bit leggy. This is not when you hard prune, but regular pruning keeps it in check.
And as Bex was saying, they are quite vigorous. That can grow even 60 centimetres in a year. So to buy the 9 centimetres is actually a really wise choice.
Yeah.
And 3 is often, if you want a sort of a natural-looking garden, country cottage, odd numbers really works, and you get 3 of those, don't forget. But we're going to move on to... We're speaking faster and faster because we've only got about 10 minutes to go. So we're going to move on to the Rhododendron Hybrid Lilac. And this one is available today for $14.99, $12.74 for club members.
Ali G, this one's for you. You were asking for this one. And let's just point out for you, shall we? Can you see the big fat buds? Look at those wonderful big fat buds that are on there. And this is what I love about rhododendrons. They offer so much promise, don't they? And then they don't let you down. They really do deliver. The flowers you get on rhododendron are showy. They are beautiful, and they are easy to look after. So slower growing rhododendrons, but they can get to a metre and a half in height, but they'll take a little bit of time. They don't take over, they don't bully the other plants. They like a dappled shade spot, and they need ericaceous compost. So if you don't already have acid soil in your garden, then you could grow these in containers quite happily.
I just think that's a beautiful variety.
It's stunning, isn't it? Particularly with those markings in the centre there.
Now, we've also got a brand new Deutzia known as Million Stars Pink Carpet. Brand new today. Love the pink pot it comes in, by the way, as well.
Yeah, I do actually. That's very cute.
I thought it might be a nice one for Mother's Day, this one, actually. I know we've got some special roses for Mother's Day, but... it is in our spring sale today with a £5 saving as well. This one's really pretty, isn't it?
It is a really pretty one. I think it's charming. It's very elegant. You know, you get an abundant, spread of these, and they're kind of little little star-shaped blooms you get on there. They're quite low growing, these plants, quite compact. You're only talking about 60 by 60 centimetres. It doesn't get massive at all. So this is for borders as well, don't get me wrong, but for container gardeners out there, for those concrete gardens, this would be a brilliant one. It's hardy, it's disease resistant, it flowers for a couple of months. You'll get between May and June out of this one in the summertime.
Now, don't forget, there are 2 prices on the screen. The red one is the price that you pay if you're not a club member. If you're a club member, you get 15% off, $21.24. Free postage on everything if you use our offer code today, YGTV1125. And that offer code also unlocks any other promotions that are available as well. And if you are a new customer today, let us know. You can message us, ygtv@ugarden.com. You can chat on Facebook and on YouTube. And I was going to say Bex and I are back on Sunday, but I'm not here this Sunday. You've got lovely Adam, haven't you?
Yeah, Adam Woolcott. So anybody that did used to watch us on Ideal World, you may remember Adam Woolcott. He's an award-winning gardener. He knows his stuff, so he'll be here joining me in the potting shed on Sunday, where we've got all those brand new items to show you.
Do you want to go and get some batteries? Go on.
I'll go get some batteries while you talk about that.
Yeah, so just to explain, we have these units called talkbacks so we can hear Stu, and Bex says her batteries have gone. So she's like, I can't hear anything. But I'll tell you about the Sarcococca, because this is called Winter Gem. It's an amazing plant. Now, first of all, when it flowers, and a lot of these are still in flower right now, the fragrance is incredible. It's sweet and stunning. But it is an evergreen plant. Look at the beautiful foliage. That's what it looks like all year round. But when it flowers, it is all about the fragrance. And you've got these lovely sort of like crimson and white flowers. They're quite delicate in terms of size, but their fragrance is strong and powerful. Now, what is surprising about the Sarcococca is it actually can do very well in a shady area. So although it's fine in sun, it performs so well in the shade as well. So if you've got a difficult shady area, and you're thinking, I just want something there that looks great all year round, that has got fantastic fragrance, this is an absolute must. The one thing I will say is they are quite slow growing. So it is worth getting one like this. It's already quite established in the 15 centimetre pot for only $14.44 for club members.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
I mean, I don't need to get that close, honestly.
No.
The fragrance from it is really, really strong. Once those flowers open up, it's heady, it's sweet, it's vanilla-y, it's delicious.
It's one of our absolute winners here at Yew Garden. And as I said, what surprised me is that, you know, when I learned a few years ago that it was a great plant for shade as well, because you wouldn't expect that, not with the flowers, not with the fragrance, but it will do very well in a shady spot, and great for pots and containers. In our spring sale today, saving an extra £3, down from $19.99 to $16.99, and the discount club price is only $14.44. Free delivery when you use that code YGTV1125. Right, loads of you loved our strawberries.
I'm not surprised.
Yay.
We all love a straw.
We do. Let us know if you don't like strawberries. I don't know anybody that doesn't love strawberries. Strawberry ice cream, strawberry milkshake, strawberries and cream. But you're going to get 10 runners. All you need to do is give them a good soak when they arrive, then pot them in our premium vegetable compost in pots, containers, nice sunny spot. They will fruit this year, June time, but in year 2, year 3, as they get more established, you can get up to 1 kilo of strawberries with every single plant. Great for the kids as well. But you know what? At that price, $8.49 for 10 runners. That's what the club price is. With free delivery, they work out less than 85 pence per runner. 320024. Now, you've also got the 300 bulb collection. You've got, I know this one is the peacock lily. You get the allium molly, which is a lovely, lovely bright yellow flying bulb. That's going to be one of the first flowers, Maytime. Brody ear, these a little bit more shorter, compact. You've got freesias, beautiful, beautiful freesias. You get 10 of those that'll give you incredible scent. Gladioli, again, these are going to give you height. You've got the Liacha spicata. These are going to give you height, but also the pollinators love them. Oxalis there, which is one of the smaller bulbs. That's the iron cross. And then back to the, I pronounce it Acidanthera, but the peacock lily. 300 bulbs, $14.99, $12.74 is the club discount price. That is working out pennies a bulb. And they will all flower this year and for many years to come. And if you haven't joined the club, do it now. And we've got a special offer today, down from £20 to £10 a year with loads of savings. You get 15% off plants and accessories. You get 7.5% off machinery and things like that. You're going to get £20 worth of vouchers that you can redeem against future purchases. That's almost like getting £20 worth of cash back. Free postage vouchers. And I know you get free postage on our shows, but if you're ordering things off the website, then you can use those, and other exclusive offers and expert gardening knowledge and tips as well. Wow, it has gone quickly today.
I know, 2 hours flies by, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
When you're having fun.
I know, talking about plants. But the best seller has been the Osteospermum, brand new. And these are the Cape Daisy doubles. I'm buying these. I know, was it Elaine got them today?
Elaine said she was adding them. I think somebody else did as well, but definitely Elaine was.
But they're brand new. And if you're loving Osteospermum, And I do. They flower all summer long. They're beautiful big flowers. But look at these. These are doubles, and I think a little bit more exotic looking, don't you?
Yeah, I think the colour combination and the layers of petals that you're getting in there is really quite special, isn't it? 6 different varieties included. Low growing, long flowering, really easy, low maintenance plants. You know, you plant these in a nice sunny spot. I definitely would deadhead, you know, just spend a little bit of time going around snipping out the faded blooms, and that will encourage those you know, further blooms to come through for you, and keep flowering right the way through until those first frosts. Now, most people are going to use them as annuals, these particular osteospermums, but they can get through if you overwinter them.
Yeah, and they, you know, some bedding plants like your busy lizzies, they just die with the very first hint of a frost, but these are a little bit hardier.
That's a pretty one, isn't it?
That one.
That one's really nice.
I think they all are, Becks, don't you?
Yeah.
I really do. So, brand new today, they are all doubles, and they are only £12.99. So get an extra £2 off. £11.04 is your discount club price. And also really popular are fuchsia collection. Winter hardy these, so these are hardy. These will come back every single year, bigger and stronger. 12 plugs, down to £12.99 in our spring sale today. And I love a fuchsia. I sometimes think of hardy fuchsias being a bit boring compared to the annuals, but these aren't.
No, you've got some gorgeous colour combinations, long flowering again, right the way through. And every year these are just really reliable. They don't let you down. May through to November you can have flowers on here. And of course, remember, everything that you're getting in the potting shed is free postage today, as long as you're using our offer code YGTV1125. Love a bit of free postage.
Can I just say, from Bex and I, thank you ever so much to everybody that's placed an order, all of our regulars who've been watching us since August 23, all of the new viewers from the craft store, so thank you. I always think crafting and gardening, for many people, that works so well together.
It does.
It goes hand in hand, doesn't it? A lot of crafters garden, a lot of gardeners craft. And what we would love, for our next show on Sunday, we'd love to see if any of you have used flowers in your artwork, your crafting. We would love you to share some pictures with us.
Definitely. I was inspired at the Saatchi Gallery when I saw all those dried flower displays and they turned it into beautiful pieces of art. I mean, I could probably never produce anything that gorgeous, but I was really inspired. I kind of wanted to get... I used to press flowers years ago and I'd love to do it again.
I did as a child.
I grow enough, so I might as well try pressing them.
I used to love doing that as a child. But we are going to just remind you of the details of the Hellebores, the double Ellen collection. I mean, 6 of these in 9 centimetre pots. The spring sale saving is £31.96 today. That is the biggest saving on the show. And these are no ordinary Hellebores, these are doubles. These are big, they're beautiful. I think there's a lovely kind of shabby chic look to Hellebores.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. Early flowering, shade-loving, clump-forming, reliable plants that just pop up for you every single year between February and April.
Talking of popping up, we're going to pop up on Sunday again, 10 till 12.
Yeah, come and join us.
And if you want to join us, we are on TikTok this afternoon from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock as well. So we'd love you to join us there. For myself, Shaun Ryan, Bex Edwards, Stu, who's done all the technical things, thank you so much to everyone for ordering. And don't forget, join the club. You're going to save 15% on everything and use the offer code to get free delivery. YGTV 1125.
Well, come and join us on Sunday. We've got brand new plants for you. Hope you can come and see us then. Thanks ever so much.
Take care. Have a lovely day. Bye.